Okay. Okay. Oh, that was just mean.
I'm playing a bunch of rats. What do you expect? Fair play?
So, please, change the topic from the numerical values around why you've been kicking my ass in this game, you bastard!
Oh, that was
This was meant to
wonderful.
be my round. This was meant to be the flavoursome victory for your slights, for your lies last year about me putting milk in green tea. This was meant to be...
Okay, I will say on the record that you did not actually do that. That was a conversation that was taken out of context.
I feel that you're taking pity on me now, which is why you said that.
However, if we're going by trial by combat rules, I can now use any slander I want, and it's justified.
Oh, really? Lordy.
Yes, really. Okay, so for the audience, the block skill, when you roll block dice, each side represents a certain kind of result. One of them says both players are knocked down. But if either of the players has block, that player is not knocked down as a result of this roll. These are 6-sided dice, and one of the faces is that double down result. Having block is a big deal because it halves the chance you'll get knocked down during a block. Or not halves. Reduces significantly. I'm not doing the math in my head very well right now.
As I said, if we can talk about anything other than the numerical bullshit that you're pulling, that would be wonderful. Fuck.
So we are expecting, when we film our next show, to probably do something that involves a little bit less RNG and a little bit less head-to-head because of reasons like this one.
Fuck. So none of my team woke up at all. So I'm
actually,
four players
I don't know
down.
yet. Yes. You've lost 4. I've lost 1. But it kind of follows that the rats should have more people on the board because they're rats. Right?
Get out of my house.
I'm pretty sure it's my house now. Shall we say there's been a bit of an infestation?
I am going to gas this entire ship. I'm going to set it on fire. I'm going to float it out to sea. I'm going to do you like we did Agincourt with fire ships.
I want to point out that the only character with an aura around them, and it's a stinky looking aura, is your guy. So I'm not sure the fumigation favors you over me.
Yeah, we'll go for fire. Hey, Maximum Dan is doing what Maximum Dan needs to do. So...
I wonder just how much you like the Dans, given how you've treated them.
So much hate right now.
I'm just saying, if you valued the Dans' lives, maybe you'd play a little bit differently. Or better.
Get out.
Because my guys are just rats. I don't if you're a Warhammer fan, the Skaven do not value their own. Well, you're just putting everyone on the front, so how are you going to pick up the ball?
Face rolling, that's how.
Right. Although in real play, in real leagues, grinding teams, like teams that like to throw a lot of blocks and fighting, like the Norse, often try to win the game by grabbing the ball, slow rolling up the field, and then just beating up the other teams so that they can't field a full group. That won't work quite so well for Will this game because he's way behind in numbers of players, so that kind of slow grind is actually going to favor me, but normally that works really well. So let's see, what else? Okay, there's been a lot of news from Games Workshop in the last little while, eh?
Yeah.
If you are a 40K fan, they have recently announced a new kind of product arc where apparently they are moving the 40K timeline forwards, and one of the Primarchs has reawoken. So let me just close that. Hopefully that did not show up, but I just got a Skype notification.
I'm sure it is fine. Right, let's try and
I'm
get
hoping that if
Maximum
it comes
down
up, we
to
can just
crush someone first.
But if it shows up, what we can do is we can just edit it out. Yeah, and so not Lemon Roos, Rubute Gilliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines, apparently has...
Not those buggers.
Oh, you just scored an injury. That's bad for me.
Nice.
Yes, see that little cross? Badly hurt. So an injury that is... If a character is badly hurt, they are out for the remainder of this game. Someone who is seriously injured is out for this game and next, and has to roll on the permanent injury table, which has nasty stuff like attribute penalties and so on and so forth. In a game where a character has 3 strength and 3 agile on average, -1 strength, which is one of the more serious permanent injury rules, is a big deal, and usually means you fire the player because injuries cannot be healed normally.
Whoa, maybe he's just having a bad time, Fred. Maybe you need to think about his personal life. What's going on with him?
Before Darkest Dungeon, Blood Bowl encouraged you to use Darkest Dungeon human resource management. Right? If someone is badly injured or no longer, you probably fire them in Blood Bowl. Mostly because the game tracks what's called, wow, another injury. Oh, that's bad. Now,
let's get some teeth kicking in.
This is where your team having block really favors your team in fights over mine. Even both of our teams have bad armor, but your team is much more likely to not fall down in the first place.
Yeah, let's play this safe. Go on. Nice.
Oh, that worked. Oh, another injury.
Get crushed, you little rat buggers.
And this one, if you scroll over the thing, it says smashed collarbone.
Oh.
That's an example of a serious injury, which means the character is going to be permanently weaker. And again, the way this game is designed, skills that you gain through XP normally do not make up for attribute losses.
Okay, rats to move.
Oh, that's really bad for me. I think this guy is actually safer being on the ground. Well, seriously, the way Blood Bowl is designed, characters... There are very few things that are illegal in Blood Bowl. One of the few things that is hitting someone when they're on the ground. You can do it, but it's called a foul, and there's a chance your character will get booted from the game if a ref catches them throwing a foul.
Okay.
Right.
Man, it's been so long. With this one, I played probably Gorka Morka more than the other of these kind of Warhammer specialty
I actually really
ones.
like Gorka Morka.
Oh, that's crying out for a proper video game, let me tell you.
I think they're going to do Necromunda first and see how that works before, they really try Gorka Morka.
I mean, another team could grab it.
Probably, but the two games overlap a lot. So, again, for the audience, Necromunda is a 40k universe-based game. It is set in a hive city, which if you're a 40k fan will make sense, and if you're not, will make no sense whatsoever. And a hive city in terms of just briefly describing a hive city is, imagine a continent-sized city. That's urban sprawl, huge gaps between the rich and poor. That's a hive city. And in Necromunda, you represent a gang in a hive city. Gorka Morka is essentially the 40k orcish equivalent.
In rules style, but whereas Necromunda is this, living city of varying gangs, Gorka Morka is probably closer to Trigun meets Mad Max. This crashed alien ship on an only desert planet as orcs desperately trying to survive.
Well, and by survive, you mean beat each other up, because orcs.
Their currency is teeth, because that's what they knock out of each other. That's brilliant. Yep. Oh, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of time on Darkest Dungeon as well. And I really... Oh, get stuffed, Fred. And I really like the idea of those kind of brutal decisions and things being, played out in something like Necromunda.
Yeah.
Mordheim was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Well,
it's
I don't know if fun is the right word, but
the thing with those kinds of games is, particularly because all of these Games Workshop mini campaign-esque games, is you do have to be comfortable with the idea that, particularly because they're normally played in a league with a few human players, you need to be comfortable with the idea that someone's going to get ahead, right? Or that sometimes the game is going to be just unkind and you will get really behind in the early going. Which is why it's a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable playing with friends, because it's just more tolerable than if it's a bunch of strangers. It can feel like a chore. But when you're playing with friends, even getting badly roached can be a lot of fun. Oh dear.
Nope. God damn it! Stupid zone of control!
You can always throw a block on the ogre. That might clear things up for you.
Yeah, totally. There's no way that would go wrong.
I mean, like, the injury count for this game is really high, right? Like, I'm actually worried that I'm going to lose the game because I won't be able to field the full team by the end of the game. Oh, you're getting stuck in.
Oh, it's advising me thoroughly against it, but when have I ever been one to listen to sane strategy, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, bad for me.
Boof, get down.
And since he's face down, you can tell that means he got stunned, which means during my turn he just flips back face up and won't be able to get up. When you're throwing a block, always choose the starburst, not the starburst with the exclamation.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not. It means I don't have to fall down.
But I don't think I can get that out of your stupid rat hands before you score again, you incestuous bastard!
Incestuous? No.
Incessant, unending bastard. I didn't mean incestuous because that...
Incestuous I won't.
Well, I mean, it is a lot of rats. Just saying. Oh, come on!
Now we've got 3 injured per side. Oh wait, that was the guy you used to pick up and pass the ball, wasn't it? No, it's not. It's just a generic lineman.
Oh, I'm so glad that you remembered his past and his story. There's no way I'm going to be able to get 3 touchdowns.
Wait, was that one of the Dans?
I couldn't tell you.
I'm just scrolling over. My guys are all generic names. They're not interesting. Let's see what yours are. Lineman. Oh, Dan the Howler. Oh, well, he's howling now.
I'm infuriated. Infuriated.
Meh. He knew the risks.
Before this episode started, I was like, you know what? We're going to spend some time. We're going to talk about like what's been going on in the industry and stuff that we've been really enjoying. Right now, all that's going is I'm getting my stuff ruined.
Yeah.
Nice. Good block. A bit of shoving.
Well, that's enough of that. Let's see if I can score.
Bit of who's your father? Oh, get out!
Gutter runners exist pretty much only to try and score. They have bad strength.
Oh yeah, except for
fast.
He was ruddy fine when it came time to... Alright, so...
Oh, your guys woke up.
I got 2, but there's still 3 knocked out.
Yeah, I've got 3. Those are injured, right? My 3 guys are injured too. Only my knocked out guy is still asleep.
Oh, so all I need to do is score 4 times and it'll be fine.
Yeah, but you have another half.
That's a good point. You know, it's a game of 2 halves and other sports metaphors. So
yes. We're both having a very difficult time fielding a full line of rats or humans.
You just, you don't even see race anymore. You just see, player. You don't see rat, Norse. You just see the heart of the game. And,
Pretty much.
It's a game of two halves. The skin of the ball is probably made of pig?
In fact,
I don't know.
Staying well clear of, the front lines.
Lordy.
Okay, one of the rules of Blood Bowl is you have to put 3 people on the line of scrimmage within the lines, within the middle part of the lines.
It's got to be 3
I
up
am
front.
only putting up the characters I am required to, because I don't really want to get into more hitting if I can possibly avoid it.
Cutting?
So you have 1 turn to try and score. Pouring rain. It's raining, making the ball difficult to all catch, intercept, or pick up rolls. That probably hurts me more than you, because I'm more inclined to actually try to play the game rather than just hit people.
Okay.
Because that's going to happen if you try to pick up the ball.
Yes, I want to re-roll. Okay.
Well, it's last turn before the half anyways. You might as well use your last re-roll, because re-rolls refresh every half. Okay.
Piss.
Take the double fall down, because then at least we both fall down and we both have a chance of being hurt. There we go. So, it is my only turn before the half ends. I cannot possibly score, so really all I have to try to do now is inflict damage. Okay, I can do that.
How do these rolls only happen to me? Oh my god! Don't even be pretending like your gutter runner is going to be any good in a fight.
No, I'm just trying to throw blocks. I can't possibly take the ball off of you, and I can't possibly score. So I'm just trying to, cause damage.
I'm hurt and offended, Fred. Hurt and offended.
No, you should be hurt and offended if I don't do that, because if I'm not, then I'm holding you in so little regard that I don't even try, right? Never be offended by an opponent who's actually trying.
Aww. You blitzing already, son. You.
Well, look it up. I've moved all my guys. Right? There's no one left.
I'll get out.
Didn't do anything meaningful though, and that was my last move of the turn. So. Yeah, one of the things you can buy in the game is an apothecary who once per game can try to negate an injury. Very good investment for obvious reasons.
Yep. Okay, come on, lads. Come on, we can still pull this back. Tie game.
8 on 8 now. Only because I kicked off in the first half, you are kicking off in the second half, which means you have to set up first, and I get to set up in response to seeing how you set up. And if anyone asks, yes, I did name my team after a certain other game that those of us affiliated with the extra play like to play.
Oh my god, yes. It's almost criminal that there hasn't been an extra play of Vermintide yet, because the cry of rat murder goes out across the... Yeah, I could get a little DM that's just like, rat murder, question mark? Next thing you know, I'm knee-deep in Vermintide, burning rats left, right, and centre, because of course I'm going to be a fire mage.
I actually think that one thing that would be very entertaining would be to see one or more people playing Undertale. Now that Undertale has, is no longer new, to kind of look on it as a after-the-fact sort of thing. Wow, you're just lined up. You just want to cause more havoc.
Have you met me?
Can't take you anywhere.
I wonder. I feel Undertale has been such a wonderful experience. I don't know if there's anything left to say. I'd be really intimidated to make any videos on Undertale now. And
I actually, part of me is I just want to see one or two particular people play the game being required to delete their previous files first.
If you're talking about to people I think you are, then yes. I don't know if they have the emotional. I feel like I've just provoked snark on our commentary. You've brought shade upon us, Fred.
But would I intentionally do something that would prompt someone to comment on our video?
I am hurt and offended by your suggestion. Oh, this is a travesty. This whole game is a travesty. Why did I agree to this? Why did I suggest this? This was my idea.
Why did you suggest it?
Ah. Well, I was like, this is Blood Bowl. This is classic Games Workshop, like 80s style, classic rules. This is my jam. Like, this is what I grew up on.
Yeah.
Except for no.
Oh, I'm sure it'll work out fine.
All right, finish setting your bloody rats up. I got a ball to punt.
No, you mean game to punt.
That may also happen.